Tonight, in an Eyewitness News exclusive, we're taking on the tough topic of fentanyl. In 2022, nearly 74,000 people nationwide died from a fentanyl overdose. That year, fentanyl claimed the lives of nearly 100 people in the Fresno metro. It is something that most of us don't think about, don't want to talk about until it's too late, until it's taken the life of someone we love.
Grief, I'm going to grieve the rest of my life because that's my son.
On May 11th, 2022, Fresno State assistant men's basketball coach Von Webb got the phone call that all parents fear most.
I was so shocked, man. I had no idea. Accidental fentanyl deal, and I was just like, wow. I have unanswered questions for myself.
The biggest question is why? Why did his youngest son, Talon, die from a fentanyl overdose at 26 years old? The standout basketball player turned football star at Southern Utah University was disciplined, passionate, and in tip-top shape, proven in this workout video posted on Instagram before his death. His dad tells me Talon was ready to pursue his dream, determined for what was next.
What went wrong?
You know, that's a great question. When you're training and you're trying to get to that next level. You know, his whole thing was, his goal was to get to the NFL at some point.
With possible opportunities to play football in Canada and that dream of the NFL, Coach Webb thinks his son was pushing himself through years of injuries and pain and perhaps self-medicating.
My personal opinion about it, I think that he got a hold of something that wasn't real. I mean, that was these athletes, sometimes they don't know. They don't know.
Through his grief and ahead of the 2-year anniversary of Talon's death, Coach is using his public platform and his voice to sound the alarm of the dangers of fentanyl.
In a flash, it's over.
By his side,
that can help your teammate,
his players,
your friend, your son.
Like senior Leo Colomario of Brazil.
It was unfortunate. Everybody was really hurt for him. Especially because I barely didn't know his son personally, but it's just tough to see a person that's seen every day and somebody that's so close to him for his loss. So what was really strong for me, seeing how he react afterwards and stuff, how he always holds himself up strong and didn't show weakness to anybody.
Leo, a forward on the Fresno State men's basketball team, admits that before Talon died, he didn't know too much about fentanyl and is grateful to now know the dangers and thankful to be able to spread a message of awareness with his teammates.
It felt really good knowing the impact that we can have, the positive impact that we can have in doing that.
So at this point, you may be asking, what exactly is fentanyl? Why is it so dangerous and where does it come from? We talk a lot about it on the news. Somebody busted for having fentanyl powder. Well, we turn to Fresno Police Chief Paco Balderrama for some answers.
So fentanyl is a drug. It is not an opioid. It is a counterfeit opioid. So basically, it's man-made. Fentanyl is a sedative. It's something that can be used by the medical community to put you out. With oxygen in case they have to operate on you. It does give you a high. It's highly addictive. And it's something that's highly affecting our community.
Chief Balderrama says most of the fentanyl in California comes from Mexico. The problem is especially bad near the border, where he says you can buy a fentanyl pill in San Diego for just 25 cents. That same pill in Anchorage, Alaska goes for $120. And a new trend is most concerning.
For the first time here this last year, we are seeing people who are fentanyl addicts. They are addicted to fentanyl. That's the drug that they want.
The chief explains fentanyl is such a strong sedative it causes a person to stop breathing. The amount and everyone's tolerance varies. The chief says nearly everything this day is laced with fentanyl, even marijuana. And all it takes for most is a small amount to turn deadly.
Here's the good side of the information is that we've actually lowered the number of overdoses. So in 2021, we had 114 overdoses here in the metro area. In 2022, we had 96, and last year we had 84. Not huge numbers. Not huge numbers. I wish it was half of that, right, or none of that. But the fact that we're making some progress, where a lot of major cities are still being decimated by the overdose of this drug, gives me some hope that we can make a difference.
A difference thanks to talks with students, to seminars with other law enforcement agencies, and through public service announcements.
For help if you have any doubt.
Be a good teammate, and let's save lives.
Coach Webb shared his personal story of loss with us for the first time in hopes that through his loss, another life will be saved.
He's the kind of person that always wanted to help the next person. So I look at it as an opportunity so that I can do that in his honor, you know, and hopefully there are people who will be able to say, hey, thank you, Coach, because on the heels of me losing my son, I don't want anybody else to lose theirs. And it's happening every day.
The PSA is just the beginning. Coach Webb tells me that he is launching a nonprofit soon that will focus on getting the word out about the dangers of fentanyl. He says when his coaching days are one day over, he will spend the rest of his life spreading awareness in the memory of his son, Talon.